Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? And what I'm up to today is I'm going to do a little cooking for you today. Just a little bit. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm going to do a little cooking for you today. Just a little bit. Not a lot, but this may be a recipe that some of you haven't heard of. And if you have heard of it, it might be like a blast from the past for you guys. I used to make this all the time in the late 90s, I would say. And for the band, when my kids were in the band, in fact, I got this recipe from one of the band moms, and I've tweaked the recipe a little bit to add chicken to mine. She didn't put chicken in hers, but I've got her recipe here, and I'm going to double it today. Because I want to make it for my Ladies Craft Day. Today is Sunday. You guys will probably be seeing this later on in the week. There goes Sam. You watch. I started talking. He's going one out. You watch. But I'm making it today and they're coming on Monday tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll show you this first or my wreath first, but obviously I haven't created either one yet. So I'm going to start this because I want to at least mix this up today. I won't put the dressing on it until tomorrow right before serving it, but I will do a little taste test for you guys today, and I will show you how to do the dressing. And I mix mine up in a mason jar and just shake it up, and there he is. He's barking. I knew it. I'll be right back. Anyway, I'm back. Oh, what a ding dong he is. Sorry about that. But both of these ladies that are coming to visit me tomorrow, we've been friends for literally decades, you guys. And these ladies remember this salad, and I had texted them the other day and said, hey, I think I'm gonna make that Chinese chicken salad. And they're like, yes, sounds good. So let me turn my camera here, and I'm gonna get you pointed down to my stove, and I'm gonna go through the recipe with you. And it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, honest to goodness it is. But I haven't made it in a while, so I'm gonna be refreshing my memory too. So come along with me while I try to make up this recipe that I haven't made in, what is it, 2019? I probably haven't made this since at least 1999. 20 years? Hello. This is an old one, an oldie but a goodie. You know, I don't bring you recipes that are bad. So anyway, let's get started. These are all the ingredients that you're gonna need. You're gonna need some green onions. Well, first of all, you need a bag and a half. Now, we've got quite the array of slaw right here, of classic coleslaw. I would use this. Chris went in and found this on sale, though, and it's called a Slawsome Kit. And it just has Fiesta lime dressing with it. It doesn't, the salad or the coleslaw itself does not taste like Fiesta lime, just it has a packet of dressing with it. So I'm probably going to use this whole bag and one of these. I've got 2 of these. I may add a little bit more. But the recipe calls for 1.5 bags of shredded cabbage, 5 green onions, so I'll use all of these probably, 2 packages of ramen noodles without the package, without the seasoning pack. I use Oriental flavor. Some recipes you'll see call for chicken. You use what you prefer. It doesn't matter with the noodles, but I use the packet and the dressing, and I like the way the Oriental tastes more than the chicken. So I'm going to use 4. I'm going to smash these up in just a minute here. It calls for 3/4 cup of slivered almonds. I'm going to use, this is 1.5 cups. I might go ahead and put them all in because Chris and I really don't eat them for anything else. unless we put them in our salad, but I'll probably just go ahead and throw the whole bag in. A half of a cup, so I'll use a whole cup of sunflower seeds. And 3/4 of a stick of butter. Well, I'm not going to use 3/4 of a stick of butter. I'll tell you that. I'm going to use a smidge to brown. The first thing I need to do is break the noodles into small pieces, brown the almonds and noodles in margarine over low heat until golden. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. I've got to smash these noodles. So I'm going to smash them while I have them in the package, and I'm going to get me out just a smidge of butter. I don't want to eat 3/4 of a cup of butter. I'm just going to do like a couple of tablespoons, and that'll be plenty, y'all, honestly. So get that melting. Now I'm going to pound these noodles. So I'm going to put you into fast motion so you don't have to hear this. 4 bags of them, because I'm doubling the recipe. Okay, so now I'm just going to open these soups up, take the package out, flavoring pack out, and just dump them in here and brown them. So you just brown the soup and the almonds, cook them over low heat until they're brown. This doesn't take all that long. But in the meantime, while that's cooking, I want to get rid of my trash, bring my bowl over. Just gonna move you guys over here to me. Y'all can see what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna brown them. Okay, got me a big bowl here. And I'm gonna start out with this one big pack and see how much that gives me. It calls for 1.5 bags of cabbage. So there's 1 bag. I think I'm gonna be able to do one. This is a smaller bag. That was 14 ounces. And you can see this just comes with a lime dressing, which I don't really want. I'm hoping I can fit it all in with that. I'm not sure. I might have to put it in a bigger bowl. You know what? I'm going to make it in a bigger bowl and then transfer it to a smaller bowl. I want to have room to mix. So I'm going to transfer it to this bigger bowl because I want to have room to mix. All right. So now I need to add in 5 green onions chopped. So let me get I'm going to go ahead and put them all in. And the way I do these is I just cut off the ends. Very simply. I do some of the greens. I don't do all the way down. These are super strong. So that is about it. There we go. I'm going to mix those in. Now, it calls for 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds. I'm going to go ahead and use a cup. 1 cup. And this is from Pioneer Woman, isn't that cute? And as one of you told me, 1 cup is right to there, not to the top. So I was trying to do it. Christmas. I might as well just add the whole thing, huh? I might leave some of these out. Chris might want some of those on his salad, regular salad. So that's it for these ingredients. And then when the ramen soup and the almonds are done, so when these are done, I just add these to it. And these are just about done, really and truly. That's about it. And then I just pour this in here and mix it up. And then tomorrow I will cut up, I just got shortcuts, carved chicken breast. Making it easy on myself, you guys. I will just chop these up into bite-sized pieces and add them in. I think I'm just gonna leave it in this big bowl too, so that I can mix everything. Chris and I can eat off of this all week, or the girls can take some home if they want, you know, to take home and share with their families. Always better to have too much than not enough in my book, you know. So as we mix here, next I'll mix up the salad dressing for you guys and show you how I do that. Oh, I remember this stuff. It's so good, you guys. It is so good. It's not all that fattening. To tell you the truth, I don't know how fattening it is, but how fattening can it be? I guess the ramen soup could be. Eat too much of it, but whatever. Perfect to have on a little craft day, you know. So as I said, I'll probably just cut up 1 or both packages of these. I've got 2. And add them in. And you dress it right before you serve it. Well, it says you can put the dressing on it like 8 hours ahead of time, but I always have found to even just put a little bit of dressing on it and then set the dressing on the side so that they can dress it themselves. You know, some people like more dressing than others. So I tend to, you know, err on the side of caution as far as that goes. So, all right, let me move this to the side. Grab my mason jar here. And now this is where my recipe differs from my friend's recipe here. She did not add the package of the ramen soup, but I do. Now I did 4 packages of ramen soup, however you say it. We always say in ramen, it's probably ramen, I don't know. But I'm going to use 2 to start out with. This can be very salty. Plus soy, actually I'm just going to use 1 to start out with, and I may add another. But there's also soy sauce in this, and soy sauce, as y'all know, is very salty too. So again, I'd rather want to add salt than have to take salt away. So I'm just going to start with 1 packet and add it to a cup of sunflower oil. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and triple the recipe that I have. I'll give you my recipe when I write this out for you. You'll find that in the description. So I actually need another 1/2 cup. One and a half cups of sunflower oil. I'm not going to add the teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Instead, I'm going to add the ramen soup. Her recipe calls for salt. Ooh, sorry. I'm just going to add the ramen soup packet, seasoning packet. 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. 1 cup of sugar. Actually, my recipe with tripling it the way I did with the, would be 1.5 cups of sugar. We're going to start out with a cup though. I'm tweaking this recipe as I go, kids. Actually, I'll take this to the top. It's a lot of sugar. And 1/4 cup of white vinegar, which I would need at least 1/2 cup. Where's my... Go ahead and do a 3/4 cup. A true triple the recipe. Wait, I'm gonna have enough. And then I get my whisk. And I put it in the mason jar so that I can just mix it, or shake it up. And it will separate when it sits. So that's why it's important to mix it really well before you serve it, or before you pour it onto your salad. It's very sweet. I'm going to tweak it a little bit more. It's very sweet. If you don't like things really crazy sweet, cut your sugar. But best way to do it, to know if it's going to be all right, I'm going to get me a little taste. Now me, I've never been one to be a skimpy dressing person. So remember, this doesn't have the chicken in it yet either. So this is without the, without the chicken. So here we go. We'll taste. It tastes too sweet in there, but when you get it on the salad, it's not. It's not at all. In fact, I might not put any dressing on this at all and let them dress their own. Good. You know how memories come flying back when you eat something that you haven't had for years? That's the way this feels. Very good. Very, very good. So I'm going to pour this. I'm going to stop eating it right now because it's really probably not that good for my diet. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this dressing. Hang on. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this dressing in my mason jar here. And that way, like a piece of the slaw got in there. All I'll have to do tomorrow is shake it up. Because it will separate. Okay, so there we go. Chinese chicken, because I'm going to add chicken to mine. Chinese chicken salad. All right, let me come back for some final words here. Okie dokie, you guys, that was a quick one for you today. Little recipe, a flash from the past for some of you, and maybe it's new to some of you. Probably for most of you, you would not need as much dressing as I made. I made enough so that I could split it up and send some home with each of my friends. I'm having 2 girlfriends over here. So I can put it in a little, you know, Tupperware container, or Rubbermaid container or something like that and send it home with them if they want. So that's why I went ahead and I tripled that recipe. I didn't quite triple the sugar though, and I don't think you should. I didn't quite triple the sugar. So I would say double the sugar if you're going to do it that way. What I will probably do is give you the recipe that my friend gave me, and then in parentheses, I'll put what I did to double it. How about that? That'll work. It's called Watch Arlen Tweak Her Recipe. But it'll be an Arlen original, that's for sure. But anyway, that's it for this one, you guys. I thought I wanted to bring you a little cooking recipe. I don't do a lot of cooking, to be honest with you. Chris and I eat a lot of salads, and he cooks his soup way ahead of time. So, you know, and I do a lot of salads, and I'll make a piece of chicken to go on my salad, or, you know, something like that. We don't eat a lot here in our house anymore. Around the holidays is what I do most of my cooking, as you guys know. And for special occasions. And to have my lady friends here is definitely a special occasion. So I'm really excited to see them. I haven't seen them since before the holidays, so it'll be really, really good to see them and hug them and spend the day crafting with them. So, alrighty, you guys, I'll close this one out. For those of you who are out there struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around. And I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. So with all that said, I'll just say, I hope you try this recipe, you guys, Chinese chicken salad. I'll just say for now, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye. Yum. So good. Bye-bye.